Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Beyond Four Walls, where we dive into the inspiring stories of individuals who have made their mark in the property industry. Today, however, I want to talk about my journey into block management and how I believe I have carved a niche for myself in the industry and beyond, as well as overcoming some personal challenges along the way in order to build a thriving, multi-award winning business. To kick things off, I'll take you back around 17 years, where I first entered the world of commercial property management. My dad had recently died, and I needed something to challenge me. I lost my dad when I was 23, and he was only 49. And to lose someone who was always so supportive, and someone who just wanted me to be happy, left a huge hole in my life. He didn't care about what job I did, nor did he care how much money I made. He just wanted me to be happy, and I'll always remember that. When I first started working commercial management, I was fascinated by the dynamics of managing large commercial spaces and ensuring their smooth operation. But after a few years, I moved into residential management, and that is where my career in block management began. It was a steep learning curve, and I had some challenges along the way. Those challenges involved bouts of bullying from employers, sexual harassment, and after a decade in the industry, I decided that I wanted to write my own narrative to achieve my goals without an employer telling me I was too much of this or too much of that, or you're very ambitious, aren't you? The shift was difficult initially, and it took me 18 months to get my first client, but running my own business allowed me to focus on creating safe and secure living environments for residents in managed developments. I realised the profound impact a well-managed property could have on the people living and working within it, and I am passionate about creating communities where residents felt not just at home, but also safe and secure. This drive stems from my own childhood experiences of bullying, which instilled in me a deep empathy for those who feel vulnerable in their own spaces. So Fraser Allen Estate Management, which is my company, began at my kitchen table, fueled by a passion for prioritising safety. And as I said, it wasn't easy at first, but with dedication and hard work, the company has grown into a multi-award winning block management company. But being a woman in a traditionally male-dominated industry came with its share of obstacles. I had to navigate through gender bias, proving myself every step of the way. Additionally, running a business during a very difficult pregnancy posed its own set of challenges. There were no breaks, no maternity leave, and it required a lot of resilience, but a strong support system, and I am grateful to my family, my husband, my friends, and of course my team. And the pandemic brought unprecedented challenges as well, but adaptability became my greatest asset. I implemented remote work strategies, stayed connected with clients virtually, and ensured the safety of our team at all times. It was about finding innovative solutions to unprecedented problems and maintaining a sense of community even in the face of physical distancing. In 2022, I became involved with the Hollie Gazzard Trust, following the release of the Wellbeing Survey, which was put together by the Institute of Residential Property Management. That survey stated that more and more property managers were scared for their own physical safety whilst out doing their jobs on a day-to-day basis. Now, the Hollie Gazzard Trust, which was set up by Nick and Mandy Gazzard after the horrific murder of their daughter Hollie by an ex-partner, has an incredible personal safety app, and it's called Hollie Guard. And as soon as I heard about the trust, I immediately knew I had to reach out. Whilst it must still be incredibly painful for Nick to talk about how his daughter sadly lost her life, Nick recognises the importance of raising awareness so that other abusive relationships can be recognised and stopped from escalating further. Now, this is something that resonates with me from my years of bullying as well, but what we must remember is that obsessive or abusive relationships are not always in your personal life. They can also be in the workplace or from a client or customer. It can start with abusive emails and escalate to threats of violence or worse. It can even be sexual harassment, bullying or discrimination, at work or at home. And the aim of the Hollie Gazzard Trust is simple, and they work to save lives by building individual and community resilience to abuse. Now, this is something that I share when it comes to protecting the property managers within my industry. And the Trust works in 3 ways: to raise awareness, to help people create positive, happy and safe relationships, and to offer a free personal safety app which is police and government approved. This is what's called Hollie Guard. Now the app features include, if you feel threatened, there's an alert function, so just by shaking your phone or pressing the icon tile button. There's a journey feature, which as property managers we would use quite a lot, and that can help you travel safely between different meetings, and it can inform your emergency contacts if you're in trouble. The meeting feature is very similar, and it allows you to feel safe when going to unfamiliar areas, meeting someone new, or going into potentially dangerous areas. Now, the man down feature also allows the app to automatically detect if you have a sudden fall or stopped moving for a period of time. And this provides peace of mind in your daily life, including walking the dog, out for a run, working at heights, or in my industry, you're doing evening meetings. And the report function is very similar as well, where you can easily record an incident, as I said earlier, about receiving threats or anything like that. Now, the reason this app is so important to me is over the course of 6 years when I was a child, I was tormented, bullied and physically attacked on a daily basis. I was chased through a small alleyway as a group of 5 girls tried to catch my hair on fire. I was punched in the school hallway as I walked to class, chewing gum stuck in my hair. My friends threatened if they told anybody or stood up for me, the same would happen to them. And this all ended at the age of 15 when I was attacked with a wooden snooker triangle when I was repeatedly hit around the head until the triangle broke. The initial blow was so close to my temple, I'm really lucky that I wasn't more seriously hurt. But what did the school do before all of this happened? Nothing. Would it have been a different story if this app was available 20 years ago? And is it possible that this app can change the way bullying and abuse is reported, therefore keeping more people safe? And as I said, with an increasing concern around the safety of property managers and the necessity to provide lone workers with personal safety devices, this app is absolutely revolutionary, and I have already implemented it into my workplace. And by doing this, I can give myself and my team access to a 24/7 monitoring service, which provides direct access to a dedicated emergency response team. Now, I'm a corporate ambassador for the Hollie Gazzard Trust, and it's really, really important to me to spread the word as much as I can of the incredible work of the Trust and to continue my mission to safeguard property managers across the UK. Saying all of that, at the end of 2022, I became seriously unwell when I contracted pneumonia and sepsis. The doctors were a little baffled as to why someone fairly young and healthy would become so seriously ill. However, my illness was put down to high levels of stress over a prolonged period of time. In short, burnout. It's taken me nearly a year to recover properly, and even now I struggle with various aspects of my health. But my mindset is something that needed to change. Understanding what would cause my health to deteriorate, where my weaknesses are, and outsourcing those tasks to someone who could do it 10 times quicker than me, and employing my wonderful team and knowing that they have my back, and most importantly, spending time with my husband and young daughter, my mum and my friends. This is what brings me the most joy. And finally, as we start 2024, my advice to anyone would be to believe in yourself and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and surround yourself with a strong support system. I hope that my business will continue to grow with new opportunities on the horizon. Your journey might not be easy, but every obstacle is a chance to prove your resilience and determination. Thank you so much for tuning into my first episode. I hope it has been useful to you, and we'll catch up on the next one. Thank you so much.